Yo, what's up? Ryan here, and today I'm going to talk about one of my rules of AI, and I'm going to add in a caveat that I learned this week just so that you can kind of do this the right way. But before we get going, go and hit subscribe. Subscribe to this channel, please. Share it with a friend. Anyway, so the rule for today is AI knows everything about everything and nothing about you. Now, it's surprising, over the last 2 years, I'm about 5,000 hours of time in ChatGPT, and I've talked in front of thousands of people about it, whether on webinars or on stage or whatever the case may be. A ton of people. AI is, I literally eat, breathe, sleep it, right? And what's funny is there's been a whole lot of talk and conversation about, does it have access to the internet? Does it have the most recent information? Can it research X, Y, or Z? All that kind of stuff of what does it know? Surprisingly enough, very few people are asking, how would I get it to know more about me? You see what's so weird about that? We're saying, what does it know? What does it know? It's a resource like a search engine or a dictionary or a encyclopedia. And we miss that in using this tool for work, it's probably more about how do we tell it about us so it responds like us? How do we tell it about the context of what we're working on so that it's on the same page with us? How do we tell it the expectation of what success looks like so that it works the way we want it to work? Yet very few people are talking about that. And the reason is because the answer is, hey, it's going to take some work. The answer isn't, oh, just throw this prompt. Oh, it'll be done in 3 seconds. Oh my gosh, I snapped my fingers. Now I don't have to work today. That's not the answer to how to get it to do the right thing. So AI has consumed massive amount of information. It knows too much. Have you ever had a friend that knows too much? Right? You talk about one thing and they end up over here talking about something totally different, and they go deep, deep down, and you're like, I don't care about it that much for you to be talking to me about that. Well, welcome to AI. It knows everything about everything. Your job, when you use it at work, is to scale down the context, the information that we're going to be working on to the information that's actually important for our project. So we want to scale it down. Instead of expanding it out, we scale it down. How do we do that? We say, hey, ChatGPT, I want your help with X, and here's a book of information, or here's a video, or here's what the context is of the situation. It's X, Y, and Z. You see, I just focused it in. It knows everything about everything. Well, now it knows I just want to work on this. Now, I might also, instead of the prompt, please write for me, whatever, well, you haven't actually told it about you. Hey, ChatGPT, my name's Ryan. How you doing? I want your name to be Joe, right? Joe, I want you to be this type of expert. Awesome, right? Now, let me tell you a little bit more about me. My name's Ryan. My job title is CEO. I work for Refer.io. Here's what Refer.io does. Here's how the products we have. Here's the services we have. Here's who we help. Here's our customer. Right now, I could say, hey, go research my website and pull back in this information, right? Now I'm starting to give it the context of the project as well as information about me so that we're on the same page. That's the goal here. Be on the same page, right? Now at this point, now we can start to collaborate. Now, the really sick, extremely easy way to collaborate, say, hey, what do you need to know to help me with this project? What do you need to know? It's going to give you a list of requests or questions that it needs to know about, and now I can go ahead and feed it in. Now, my secret here that I will come back to over and over again, go download otter.ai, the app. You can get it at go.refer.io/otterai. Go download that, press conversation, and speak your answer to those questions. Take the transcript and feed it back in ChatGPT. Or if you're using a Plus account, hit the little voice icon down in the bottom and speak your answer to it. The reason you do this is you're going to give it even more about you. You see, one of the problems is us typing. We don't type very many words compared to us speaking. Clearly, I mean, if you're listening to my videos, you know I'm a talker, right? If I'm not a typer, if I was typing up this video, it would probably be about 20 seconds worth, right? I'd get tired of typing. It wouldn't be as engaging. It wouldn't sound like me. It wouldn't feel like me. It wouldn't be, whatever me is, it wouldn't be it because I'd be typing it out. And so something weird happens. When we start typing, we start limiting our words. We start acting and talking in a different way. So we want to talk to it so that we give it more of us so that it starts to then turn around and be like us only a really smart version of us. So that is today's rule for generative AI at work. AI knows everything about everything, but nothing about you, nothing about the project you're working on, nothing about your philosophy around that project, nothing about the strategy you're following, nothing about who you work for, where you work for, nothing about you as far as your writing style and lingo. And so if I want it to know those things, I'm going to have to tell it. Now, one of the caveat here, the kind of bonus tip here, somebody was asking me over the weekend while I was teaching, hey, but isn't it learning this about me? Isn't it knowing this about me? Over time, won't it start to become more like me? Maybe. It might. But if you are like me, I work on tons of different things in ChatGPT. I'm not sure that I want it to guess what I mean. So for me, even if Sam Altman or Elon Musk or whoever's running their AI model is trying to make it smarter so that it becomes more like me, I'm still going to force feed it my context, my projects, my lingo and way of talking, because I am willing to put in the work to get a great result consistently every time. And therefore, AI needs to be trained each time in each conversation thread about you, where you work, your company, the job you do, the project you're working on, the context, what your goals are, what success looks like, what failure looks like, what you want the output to be, how you want it to talk, all this stuff. You need to give it to it. And if you don't give it to it, then it's your own damn fault when it doesn't sound the way you want it to sound, because you're the one that allowed it to use its imagination to decide what you meant. So thanks so much for watching today. Hey, take a minute, subscribe to this channel. Love to have you follow me. Go over, check out Refer.io, subscribe for job alerts. You'll get all kinds of emails, all kinds of good stuff from me. Otherwise, we'll talk to you again soon.